Today is actually one of those days where I don't feel like recording, when I don't feel like sitting down, where I just don't want to do it. But I've made a promise to myself to keep going no matter what come, rain come, storm, kuch bhi ho jaye, I want to do it. Let's talk for a minute about outgrowing friends because I'm genuinely struggling with it. As I grow, I learn to love myself unconditionally. I work out, I eat clean, I make it a point to learn something new every other day. I read, try to live the best delusional version of myself. I am changing at a speed a lot of my friends and family cannot comprehend, cannot understand. Here's the thing, your friends are completely in a different phase of life than you, and so you call them up one day, hey, hi, hello. They will hear you out, but I don't think they would ever be truly able to understand the depth of your situation until and unless they've actually gone through something similar, and vice versa, of course. And with this growth that you've seen yourself go through, your friends now don't really know who you are. Truly, honestly. यार आई मिस द गुड ओल्ड डेज, वो स्कूल वाले दिन, कॉलेज वाले दिन, वेयर द मोस्ट कॉन्ट्रोवर्शियल थिंग हैपन वाज इसकी बॉयफ्रेंड है, उसका गर्लफ्रेंड है, इसको इस पे क्रश है, एंड एग्जाम्स. दैट वाज द ओनली थिंग हैपनिंग इन एवरीबडीज लाइफ कंसिस्टेंटली. What's up, you beautiful people? This is Aditi, and you're listening to Katbamna Aditi. We talk about anything and everything, past, present, and future, and overthink it all. Yes, we do. Since we are already on the topic of growth, I am turning 30, by the way, in April, and almost everyone I know is either married or getting married or having a baby. Again, no complaint at all. There is a lot to be grateful about. 20s was a fucking roller coaster ride for me to understand who I am and what I want. By the way, I'm still, trying to figure out who I am and what I want. The learning process does not end. If it does, then you got to seriously start questioning yourself, kya aap kar kya rahe ho? The fact that me and my friends are all at such different stages of life that is hard to keep up, especially when it comes to growth. Like, my married friend is going through something that I cannot absolutely relate to or help her out with, and same is for her. I'm growing at a rate she cannot understand, and so now I try not to overshare my problems that they cannot help me out with. So my only suggestion is have different groups of friends, one for health and fitness, one for money and business, one for growth and spirituality, and so on. I think that's the best way to do it. Here's an example. I was enrolled in an international diploma program and I flew down to Berkeley, California. I was with these two Indian kids my age, a girl and a boy. We were planning for almost 3 months to get an apartment together when we land there, but it did not work out for some reason. I never had an Indian circle of friends in the US for almost 2 semesters. Let me tell you that makes you grow up quickly. I absolutely, in the 2 years, saw the exponential growth in myself. I was immensely बोलेंगे इतना emotional and mental growth हुआ था मेरे में. The strength and the bravery I've seen myself, the courage I felt like I did not have it in me, that it just outgrew 10x times. I was surrounded by such diverse set of people. It was incredible and fucking amazing, and that's the only way to grow living abroad. Yes, of course, find your Indian circle, find your Indian group, or you will end up feeling lonely. We are very social animals, us Indians especially. Like, we are very भेड़ चाल में सबको ले लेके चलेंगे. एंड लाइक अमेरिकन्स आर वेरी इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक पर्सन, सब कुछ अकेले अकेले करेंगे. मतलब ज़्यादा उन लोगों में ऐसा भेड़ चाल नहीं होता है बेसिकली. इतना भाईचारा नहीं होता है. सो just find a good incredible Indian group of friends, and then also find a good incredibly healthy mixed batch of foreign group of friends. You will, trust me, learn a lot, and the cultural exchange would be explosive, amazing. Relationships have never been a priority to me. Like, I don't understand even now the need for a partner. इट्स लाइक लोग कह रहे हैं तो शादी कर लेना क्या. डू यू नॉट क्वेश्चन योर सेल्फ इफ दैट इज़ वॉट यू वॉन्ट आउट ऑफ लाइफ. सो इफ यू डोंट नो, I'm talking about, I'll give you a brief story about this. I have a couple of aunties and a couple of uncles, aka buas and kaka and fua and all of those. The only lady I vibe very hard with is one of my bua. Like, I have a couple of them, but there's just only one lady. She is brutally honest about life with me. And she told me this, and I also am sharing it with you guys. I believe I've shared this. I don't remember, but I'll share this again. She said, you won't understand now, but once you hit your 50s, 60s, once people around you start dying, it's then when it will hit you hard, really, really hit you hard. And that's where you will need somebody to rely on. The parents dying will hit you hard, but the worst hit of all would be when your siblings start to die. And I did not have any words when she said that. Like, she ended her conversation with 3 words: life is unpredictable. Mic drop. I wanted to cry when she said that. Oof, like, she hits you where it hurts, but क्या गलत बोली वो, right? She spoke the truth. No fluff, no mind games, no reverse psychology 101. Honest, straight up facts. Looking back on my journey, the only regret I have, that I still carry it to this day, is the fact that I said no to this guy who asked me out multiple times on a date. Like, this cute Indian boy, he hit me up on Tinder, and I don't think there were really any red flags. It was just that I wish I had more confidence and courage back then. I was basically young, dumb and broke. If you are curious, what does this guy do now? अब क्या कर रहा है वो, कहाँ पे है वो? Well, the last I knew, he got engaged to somebody, and yeah, that was the end of it all. Alright, on to something else, something थोड़ा सा little bit light. Because this shit has gone a little bit haywire and intense. Okay, I went to the dentist the other day. Oh my god, like, I don't know what I was scared of. What is funny is the fact that I told her bunch of nonsense shit, horse shit, like, hey, I might have panic attack. आएगा मुझे तो तू stop कर देना जो भी कर रही है ये मेरे मुंह के अंदर. She said, do you have your medicines with you? And I said, I don't need it. And the entire conversation, the shit got so hilarious. And as a third person outsider, you would have laughed your ass off anyways. My vision had me do this. My vision board, I basically have this corner on my vision board where I need to do things that I'm scared of, like going to the dentist. I did that. Taking up a yoga class, especially a group setting में जहाँ पे multiple लोग हैं and I don't know any of them and I need to do that, so I did that. Great. I have more things. Getting my ears pierced, go on dates in this big fucking beautiful city of Mumbai. So here's me manifesting that to happen in the next couple of months. Yes. Talking about dating in the city, my parents were here for a solid week visiting me, and a lot of shit went down. You are not ready for this. You guys know, hate is a very strong word. Let me start with this. Hate is a very strong word. The feeling of hate, it inspires me. I love the feeling of hate so much. It brings this fire under my ass. Gosh, I love it when things don't go my way. I'm more determined to prove it. That fire, I fucking tell you, gosh. Usually, what happens is when people hate, there's a lot of self deprecating thoughts. Yeah, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy of it. Kya hi point hai ji ka? I'm not like I'm too fat. I'm this, I'm falana, I'm that. But it's the opposite for me. I want to fucking scream, watch me win. Watch me win. Watch me win. I wanna fucking scream it out loud, top of the mountain. So, the next time people want you to fail, want to see you feel sad, disappointed, defeated, look at them in the eye and smile. There is nothing more offensive than you living your best life and with a fucking big, beautiful smile on your face. Take it as a challenge for yourself. Feel that fire within you. Make a promise to yourself to never feel bad or shitty or self deprecating in any way. Don't you dare allow yourself to feel that. Work your ass off. Yeah. Have that big fucking beautiful smile on that face of yours. Always. Alright. Where was I? I keep getting distracted. Yes, my parents are visiting me for a while. I've only very recently realized that being transparent is not at all serving me. Even though our end goals for me is very similar, it's just the route that we take towards it is so different. Like my parents want to do it a certain way and I want to do it a certain way, and zameen aasman ka farak hai. Probably because मेरा ऐसे मानना है कि maybe they are not aware about how currently the world is functioning, working, or maybe it's the advancement in science and technology. But also boomers are socially more active and they watch all the news in the world, but none of the news channel explain the depth of relationships, platonic or physical. Neither does the news talk about therapy or spirituality or how fucked up their upbringing was. So when they had kids, they did not know how to teach or make them understand it all. We know our parents love us, but have we ever heard them say it out loud as a question? The parenting styles are so different. I guess at the end of the day, we can only do better, and the light is only, मतलब there's light at the end of the tunnel. अब नीचे तो जाओगे नहीं, अब ऊपर ही जाना है, right? गड्ढे पे से बाहर ही तो निकलना है. I see my sister and her parenting style, and the love is open and freely flowing with her words, her hugs, her frequent honeys, and I love you. I guess my niece totally lucked out with good karma in her previous birth. Also, ये बहन भाई लोग 180 डिग्री पर्सनालिटी चेंज सडनली हो जाती है. हैव यू नोटिस दिस? आफ्टर हैविंग किड्स दे आर मच मोर काइंडर, नाइसर, प्यार से बात करेंगे. मैं आई एम लाइक, ये चुड़ैल एकदम सडनली संस्कारी और एकदम नाइस कैसे हो गई? क्या हो गया लड़की को? आप अग्री करो ना करो, ये मेरा ऑब्जर्वेशन रहा है. ये चुड़ैल थी, ये कैसी इतनी अच्छी औरत बन गई? क्या हो गया है इसको? Anyways, now, every conversation I've had with my parents ended up with marriage talks, some way or the other. बेटा, ये रिमोट काम नहीं कर रहा है. I'm like, हाँ तो अभी मैं क्या करूँ? बैटरी क्या है नहीं है, देख लो. He said, हाँ जाने दे, कुछ मत कर, शादी कर ले. बेटा इसमें पानी ख़त्म हो गया है, हाँ तो बटन दबा दो, पानी आ जाएगा, चालू हो जाएगा, गुड, अब शादी कर ले तू। आई वॉज लाइक अरे ये हो क्या रहा है, लिटरली I was mind fucked by the end of it all. At one point, they told me to talk to this guy's mother because she was asking for me. After a lot of argument, my mother ended up handing me the phone, and I had to talk to this guy's mother on a video call, not even a call, on a video call. Now, I understand that if I like a person, then it's a good idea to meet the parents and the friends, everybody. But यहाँ उल्टा ही हो रहा है, पहले पेरेंट्स अप्रूव करेंगे बिकॉज उन्हें उनके बेटे पे ट्रस्ट नहीं है, या तो फिर उन्हें लड़की मुझ पे ट्रस्ट नहीं है. एंड दैट्स नॉट हाउ यू स्टार्ट एनी रिलेशनशिप विद, बाय द वे. और मे बी दे वर लुकिंग फॉर हाउ गलेबल आई एम, और इसको हम मेड सर्वेंट बना सकते हैं कि नहीं. ओके, I'm overthinking it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So I chatted with this lady, then the phone was sort of passed on to the uncle, and then so I briefly chatted with the uncle, and then the phone got passed on to the guy. It felt like a fucking relay match going on there. Mind you, my parents did not talk to the guy, and I was not even told कि मेरे को लड़के से बात करना है. I was duped into thinking that I will only be talking to the parents and not the guy. And here I was like fucking ashamed and embarrassed about the fact that, I'm 30, you guys. I'm almost 30, and being this level of micromanaged by not only my parents but his parents, who by the way still live with him in the US. बंदा क्या 32, 33 है. And so now I wonder, how does this guy get laid? ये मेरा number 1 question है पहले तो. How does this guy get laid? Does he have girls come over, or does he have to go to their place? Wait, okay, so I'm only assuming he's into girls at this point. We don't know the reality. I was little shocked to know that he was still living with his parents, because being 32-year-old, honestly, in my 30 years of experience of living globally, the most growth I have seen in myself was when I was not living with my parents. And so to think that I have to fuck this guy in a room right next to where his parents are sleeping kind of freaks me out. That's a red flag for me, because we don't know if what they are looking for. So many tears in my eyes, ulti in my mouth, red flags. And hey, this chapter is not over yet, because they asked for my number last week. I think it was pre-Holi, and he still has not reached out to me. Like, कोई ईगर होता है, बंदा ईगर होता है तो मे बी नेक्स्ट डे मैसेज कर देगा. लाइक इतना ही क्या ही काम होगा, मतलब शायद होगा भी उसको कोई, मे बी a lot of time what happens is these guys already are in a sort of relationship with somebody that they think their parents might not approve of, and so they hide it from their parents, and then now the woman these parents find, उनका तो life खराब हो जाएगा ना ऐसे, right? Thank fucking God he's not reached out. I am so grateful. Knees on the floor, head to the floor, bowing down. Thank God. This whole business of arranged marriage is fucking with my brain. Anything that does not purely come out of my heart with love and kindness is not worth doing at all. ये मेरा conclusion है. It's like the saying in French, pardon me, शायद मैं गलत मतलब accent में बोलूँ या whatever word, pronunciation भी गलत हो शायद, la petite mort. Instead of having these many death moments of unconsciousness because of intense fucking incredible orgasms, I might actually end up dying slowly, having these mini deaths every day from serving the people whom I do not love and whom I do not have any respect in my heart. Imagine how messed up my conscious mind would be at the end of the day. Yeah, there's a lot of anger and hate coming from my heart, and I keep asking myself, why is love this difficult? Especially like this anger, hate. Maybe I'm very anxious, very scared about the factor of love and the unpredictability of it all. There's a lot for me to dig through and think about. I'll get back to you soon. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. This is Aditi, and you're listening to Kaipan Aditi. You've been the kindest, sweetest listeners I've ever come across. Thank you, and bye bye.